Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Greatly Grant channel. In this channel, we are talking about the UAG grant updates and information, and also we are also going to be updating you on the Theobarth and IMF and other grant informations. If you are new on this channel, consider subscribing so that when next we publish our next video, you will be kindly notified. Thank you once again for having me on Greatly channel. Bye for now.
And we do have on the platform this morning Mr. or Comrade John Path. And it may actually sound funny the way he talks sometimes, but if we are being honest, the man actually makes sense whenever he speaks. You know, the style of his communication, when you listen carefully to what he's saying, you will realize that there is logic in most of his points. Sometimes truth comes in a simple or unusual way. It could be hard lines sometimes, and people focus more on the style than the message itself. But then at the end of the day, what everyone in the grant community truly wants is very simple, which is what? Disbursement. People want to see the funds released and the alerts entering their accounts. And that's what is going to finally settle every argument and every debate. Once alert begins to drop, many of the discussions, doubts, suspicions we see every day would naturally disappear. So in reality, the alert would be the real vindication for everyone who has been waiting patiently. But then we must also be honest with ourselves. I want you to listen to him first, and I will tell you how we need to be honest with ourselves. Pay attention to John Part. Thank you very much. You have the floor.
Good morning, House. Good morning from this platform, this Pastor Tunde platform. I want to say something concerning this guy VN that said that I responded to Tunde, to Andy Bright. I know this might be, and they are going to delete it because this platform, when you drop something um, that is the truth that have the iota of truth, they will delete it. But them providing their own update is the problem. And the Bright have said something this morning that the federal government have approved disbursement. The money was sent to the grant handlers and stakeholders, and the code has been given to them. And the people in this platform, they are still asking for proof of payment. I don't know what is wrong with all of you in this platform. I don't know who you think you are that stakeholder will come and show you proof of payment. Number one, you should ask yourself a question. Why are they giving them code? The code is for them to access the phone. Now, if people think that all the update in Grand Community, but especially in this platform, is fake, what are you doing in Grand Community? Go and sort out for your own update and give to us. Let us see. Understand? Then Sanctuary Wealth, the secretary, somebody, the information leaked, somebody posted on Grand Community that Sanctuary Wealth have received money. Understand? That all of us, we saw the write-up. Now, somebody now sent the write-up to the Sanctuary Wealth secretary. And the man now told the guy, which don't want to mention the name of the guy, but if I mention it, all of you would know, that the write-up is not from him, but the content of the write-up is true. I don't know what is wrong with all of you. Even though Apostle Cain will come out today and tell everybody that he has been credited, that his account has been the money have dropped in his account for disbursement, nobody in this particular platform will believe him. People will still be asking, go and bring proof of payment. I don't know what is wrong with all of you. We are here for this money. Now, if you are tweeting and you are praying every day from 9 o'clock, we are praying in this platform. People are praying in this platform, and you don't believe that something positive is happening. Why are you praying? Why are you tweeting? Why are you here? Because all this thing is making me angry. If people like remove this voice note, it doesn't change anything. That is me. That is me. I don't like seeing all these things. It's like a woman. Maybe a woman was looking for a child, and the woman now suddenly got pregnant. Okay, and told maybe the husband or the family member, "I am pregnant," so, and they will still tell her, and we don't believe until the thing come out. Ah, what is wrong with all of you? Hmm? The same spirit that Philip has. Philip told Jesus, "I don't believe until I put my hand in that place that they nail you, until I believe that it is you." That is the same spirit I'm seeing in this platform. I'm saying, yes, you don't even have the right to respond to Andy Bright. Andy Bright placed a bet with Timber Jr. He has come out to say his own part. Let Tunde Jr. reply him. They were the one that placed bet. Understand? Till they will settle their bet, you are not there. You will not be there, and you will never be there. So everybody should calm down in this particular platform, this grant fighter disbursement platform, because people in this platform, some people on this platform are very funny. You people like argument, you people like talk, and it is not taking us to anywhere. It is not taking us to anywhere. Even though Reverend Moses will come out again and say that all of them have received money, none of you in this particular platform will believe him. They will still say, go and bring proof of payment. Go and bring this. Tell bank to send proof of payment. Tell Tinubu to come and speak. Tell stakeholder to come and speak. Now, what to all of you? God will help all of you. Honestly.
All right. Thank you so very much, Mr. John Path. This man is just so direct in his words, and sometimes could really knock at the heads and wouldn't really care what happens. Just like I was saying before he came in, that we need to be honest with ourselves. Sometimes we may not fully understand what is going on at the back door or behind the scenes, or whether with the government or the stakeholders. The truth is that most of us are outsiders, right? We are not inside the administrative structure or the internal decision making body where all of these things originates from. We only receive pieces of information from different sources, and because of that, it is very much impossible that, it is very much possible, beg your pardon, very much possible that some important details are hidden from the public glare for some strategic or administrative reasons. And the grant ecosystem itself is very, very classified in a lot of ways. Not every step of the process is made public, not even immediately. Some discussions happen internally before anything is officially announced. Some information also passes through different levels of approval before it reaches the community. And because of that, what we hear today may not always be the complete picture of what is actually happening. And honestly, that is why sometimes there are different messages circulating at the same time. One person may share what they heard from a source, while another person may share something slightly different. It doesn't always mean that someone is lying. It may just simply mean that that information is coming from different levels of the process altogether. You understand? So that's why our patience is very, very important in situations like this. When people are waiting for something very important, our emotions can be triggered. Of course, get so high. Some people become frustrated, some doubtful, and others begin to question every small update, that comes. But the reality is that the processes like this, there's a way it often involve a lot of steps that the public may not see. Yes, they may not see. And one thing that many people agree about John Part is that he speaks very directly. He does not usually hide his opinions or feelings or try to decorate words too much. He just says things the way he understands them. I think it's been coming up lately, not like before, but lately it's been coming up. And if you really listen to him, he says things the way he understands them. Some people may not like that approach, while some others may feel uncomfortable with it, but at least his communication style has been so straightforward. At least those times I've listened to him. Personally, I also had the same piece of information that he mentioned regarding the sanctuary wealth. You understand? The information did not come as something completely new to me. However, I made a personal decision to remain quiet about it. About the one he said it was forwarded to the the secretary, Simeon Dachaba of Sanctuary Wealth, and that he confirmed that the information is not from him, but the content is correct. I also heard about it, but I decided to be mute since, and that's why I did debunk that message when it was debunked. But the first one, I didn't take it down because I also made a kind of reference to that it could be something related to what happened during GCDM of 3 days official prayer and fasting, that someone went ahead to announce very fast, and then Reverend Moses came out and said, well, that information is not from the authority, but the content is correct. Just trying to kind of make analysis and then compare the both of them. So, but then the reason is simple. I believe that when it comes to sensitive matters like this, it's better to wait for official communication before speaking about it publicly. In a structured organization, information usually has a proper channel. When the secretary or an official representative release any update, it carries the authority and the clarity that it conveys. Until such an official communication comes out, sharing unconfirmed details can sometimes create some, heated confusion in the community. So I just decided to stay mute on the matter. And even though I had already had similar information, it's not always necessary to say everything that we know almost immediately. Sometimes wisdom means that you have to wait for the right moment and the right authority to speak first. So in the end, what matters most is this final outcome. All right, the process reaches its conclusion and disbursement eventually happens. Many of these decisions or discussions would simply become part of the past, right? And people will look back and realize that this waiting period was just one stage of a bigger process. But until then, and for now, I think the best approach for this community and for you as a person is to remain calm. Please remain calm, stay very much hopeful, avoid this unnecessary panic and agitations. Updates will continue to fly as the process moves forward. And when this long awaited alert finally arrives, that would be the moment that really answers every of our questions. I may not be able to say it better than this, but for those of you that understands, we are in here until we get to the zenith and the peak of everything. God bless you.